Funky Hellboy's channel is proudly a partner with the Freedom Network. Thanks for watching. Hey guys and gals, it's Skullgirls Online Battles, episode 115, Supers and Blockbusters. Now in this one we're going to talk about a lot of things about supers and blockbusters, so let's get into the basics. A super and a blockbuster is an input that you do along with two attack buttons. Sometimes they're kicks, sometimes they're punches, and depending on the inputs that you do, you get different results with your supers and blockbusters. You can find all this when you go into the command list for your character. Now, each time you use a basic super or blockbuster, that wastes a bar. That takes away 1 bar of your meter. Now, some supers and blockbusters take 2 bars, like Painwheel's Overdrive super. That takes 2 bars. Now, some supers take 3 bars, like Big Band's Strike Up the Band. And then there are the rare occasions that some supers can actually take 5 bars. You don't see this often, but Valentine, Big Band, and Double all have level 5s. Now we're going to discuss the best times to use these. Now, if you're playing Skullgirls, you probably know the best times to use level 1 supers. Sometimes, depending on if your super has a great amount of invincibility frames at the beginning, like Big Band's Moshu's super, or the Charge super, or Cerebella's Diamond Dynamo super, where it has a good amount of invincibility at the beginning, or super armor. It's really good just to throw out to punish your opponents in the middle of a block string in case they mess up. So sometimes it's good to mash that out, or it's just good as a combo ender or even a combo extender in some cases. If you're DHCing, you're usually going to see these things. Level 2s like Painwheel's Overdrive level 2, that is not as commonly used, but there are situations where you actually do use 2 bars and not even do a level 2. You'll know what I'm talking about soon enough. Level 3s, you usually want to do it just in case if you know that you're going to kill your opponent. If you know that you're going to kill your opponent, then a level 3 is for you. If you don't think that you're going to kill your opponent and you think that you're just going to have to combo again, then just use a level 1. In my opinion. Now you're probably and a level 5 is usually reserved for swag, or you know, just kind of showing off that hey, look, I got a level 5. But sometimes they're extremely useful, like Big Bands or Doubles and Valentine's. You might be thinking, wait a second, I played Valentine in training mode. I've done her level 5. It doesn't do that much damage, and you just combo after it. It's practically worthless. But that's not what it's really mainly used for. Valentine's level 5 is mainly used for teams. So what you do is you go over to your fallen teammate on your team, use the level 5 over them, and you will revive that teammate. So that teammate will actually come back alive with, I believe, half health, and you can use that teammate again for 5 bars. So I find it extremely useful if you can build up Valentine to 5 bars. So Valentine as an anchor is kind of useful if you can make your team around something like that. Now you're probably wondering, wait a second, Funky, you did say that I could use 2 bars and not even be using level 2? That's when it comes into DHCs, Delayed Hyper Combos. That's when you do a blockbuster or super into another blockbuster super. This is only reserved for teams of 2 to 3, so solo people cannot do this. So basically, when you do that, you're using 1 bar into 1 bar, unless you use a super that costs a little bit more than what that bar was. If I used, for example, I am going to use Valentine's Scalpel super. And then for some reason, I want to use Big Band's level 5. Instead of using 5 bars after my Scalper super, it will actually only use 4. So you actually are able to use a level 5 after a level 1. And that goes the same with all the other supers. So if I'm going to use Philia's level 3 after Squiggly level 1, I can do that. Now that doesn't mean, as you surely have seen a bunch of times before, that a level 1 does not take another level 1 bar, making it meterless. That would be cheap. But that should help you in conserving meter. So if you're having a tough time just trying to figure out, hey, should I just do level 5 here? And you have a whole entire team, well, you can always just try and DHC into it to make it safe. DHCing into level 5s is extremely useful, especially with characters like Big Band, which their level 5s are kind of hard to hit. So, I hope this really helped you guys out. If you were wondering when and where to use your level 5s, your level 3s, and even your level 1s. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Looks like we got 200 subscribers. Something special is happening soon.